Hello, welcome guys. Today we'll be doing a quick rigging tutorial in Moho 14, and I've already got this snowman character created. Simple character made of shapes and strokes for the limbs. So let's get started. First things first, as you can notice here in the layers panel, I have separated each of my body parts into different layers. So if you're going to follow my format, the head is in a folder separate. Everything related to the head is in this folder called head, and that's just basically simply a group folder or a group layer, right? And when you have a normal vector file like these, you drag them into the folder to put them in there, all right? And one of the good things about that is if it's like if you don't have them in a folder and you try to select part of your character, like let's say the left arm, you see it'll move. If you try to move it, it'll move just the left arm, right? Say you want to be able to move this entire character easily without moving one piece and having to move the other pieces right in a order. You can just simply group everything into uh, a group folder like so. Now the entire character can be moved by simply just dragging with the transform layer tool. Alright, let's get started on rigging. First thing, you're going to want to create a new bone layer. You name this Snowman Bones, and you want to hit this in the bone panel, in the tools panel under bone. Hit the plus or add bone tool. You can also press A on the keyboard to access it via shortcut hotkey, right? And what you're gonna want to do here is create your first bone by dragging to the left, sorry, by dragging from the center of the snowman at the bottom to the right, like so, right? And then following along, just simply left click here and drag up till about here, and then left click, drag up till about there, then left click, drag up till about there. Then you're gonna want to press Alt and left click this bone, and then you're gonna left click and drag till about there, then left click, drag till about there. You can zoom in to see the workspace easier, right? So then you wanna make it basically by each joint. Whoops. Okay, what I did there, accidentally pressed S and it showed me the bone strength. So all of these bone strengths, you're not going to use this, so just uh, select the add point, no sorry, the add bone tool, continue from here. hmm And when you've reached the end like this, you got to go back to this bone by pressing Alt and clicking on it, because this is the main bone. The forearm bone here is where the fingers are attached to, right? All the fingers are attached to the same bone. So you're gonna create. I did something wrong here, or maybe I didn't. I think we could work with that. That's fine. Yeah. Right. And repeat. Very nice. You do the same thing here. You press Alt, left click, and then you drag to the left, and then you drag to the left here, and you drag down to here. You can zoom in, drag to the thumb joint. There, you left click, drag, left click. Alright, there you have it. There you have it, guys. The skeleton is fully created. All we gotta do is select the bone strength, oh sorry, the select bones, highlight all, select the bone strength, and just click on it, left click, to the drag to the left to remove all the strength to 0. And now we can set this character up to be animatable. Now you can see here the skeleton is rigged properly, as you can test it out. All of the limbs are connected and working. Alright, reset that view, and we will now bind the bones to the actual character by using the bind point tool. So we'll hit the body below. We will select nope, I did the wrong thing there. Okay. I know why it's not working, and it's good that this is happening, so I can use this as an example to show you what could go wrong when you're not doing something the right way. So in here, as you can see, I've got everything set up, but my skeleton or my bone layer is by itself. It's not connected to my character layers. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to left click on your character layer and drag it into the bone tool. Alright, now that that's done, simply go back to the skeleton, open up this layer, go down to body below, and now you'll see here these bone tools has appeared here, and this is where you'll access the bind points tool. Right, so now using the bind point tool, you simply click on this bone, you press Alt and left click, and then you simply select all of these points and you hit bind points. Nice. And I'll just show you that's bound to the first lower part of the snowman, his lower body part. And we do the same thing for the entire character. It's a simple repeating process. Using the bind points, you go to body middle, Alt, left click on this body bone, middle bone, then we select all the points for the middle and we hit bind. We do the same thing for the head, Alt, left click on the head bone, select the head points and we hit bind. Alright, nice. Now the arms, we're gonna select this bone, we're gonna go to the arm and we're gonna select these 2 points and hit bind. We're gonna select this bone, we're gonna zoom in. This is where it gets a little, not tricky, but just, you gotta be precise because you don't want to mix up the points here by accident. So, right, so your forearm bone is selected and you're gonna want these 2 points to be selected here, like so, and you hit bind. right? Then you go to this bone and you're gonna bind it to these 2 points. These 3 points, sorry. Like so. You hit bind, then you select this bone, bind to this point. Nice. Then you select this bone, you select these 3 points, you hit bind, select this bone, select this point, you hit bind, select this bone, and these 3 points, you hit bind, select this bone, select this point, hit bind. And that should be it. Now if you move, you can get the finger movements. Nice. Did you see? Everything is working. So for this here, as you can see here, you wanna bone constraints, angle constraints, and you can set these variables here by left clicking and dragging, or simply just selecting and typing the number you want. This here, keep in mind, is a negative value, and this would be a positive value, right? So this negative reflects going in the negative, well, the counterclockwise direction, and this would go in clockwise direction. So to show you how this works, I'll just simply close this now, and I'll try to move, and you see it won't go past this point, and it won't go past this point. However, this is essentially where you'd want it to not go past. So when you click on this bone and you use the bone constraints, you could do this and you get to see exactly, so you could leave it like that, and then you could do that. And let's test it now. Perfect. He won't go up past this point, and if you're turning him, he'll turn perfectly to the side like so. Now you have a side position hand. Alright, and you do the same thing for this one. Alright, so bone constraints, you select the bone constraints, angle constraints, and you simply want to line it up like we did the last one. Alright, nice. And this is it, guys. Basically, you're done rigging your character. The only thing is we've got to bind the arm on this side. And we've got to bind all of those head pieces, as you can see. So let's do that. Did I bind this point? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, so now it's working better. Alright, cool. This wasn't bound. This one point right there to this bone, that's why that was happening just now. Alright, I'm gonna do one last little cool thing here. On the bone layer, I'm gonna add a new bone. I'm gonna click this bone. I'm gonna simply just place this bone here. And that's for the nose. I'm gonna remove the strength. And I'm gonna go back to the nose layer. I'm going to select the bind point, select this bone, select all the points of the nose, hit bind, and now this happens. Wait, I didn't bind them. Bind to this, right, bind, something's, it should have bounded to that. Don't know why it didn't, but nevertheless, let's just see here. I think I bound it to the wrong. Let's just unbind all these points. Select this. Select them again. Let's move them closer to like so. And now let's try that again. Bind. Okay. There we go. It's working now. Great. And for the eyes, do the same thing. Just select this head bone, select the eyes, hit bind, go to the next eye, select all the points. This bone's already selected. After you select these points, you could just hit bind, go to the mouth, select the point, hit bind, and that's it. Now you've got a fully rigged head. For the most part, a beginner rigged head, because you could add more bones to the mouth and to the eyes and adjust it so that it can do certain things, like how the nose can move. You could make it so that you could make it so that the eyes can open and blink, or the mouth can open and close, and it's really intricate if you take it to that level of detail. For now, we're just gonna finish up this arm, bind this up, and we're good to go. So just like before, I'm gonna just select these 2 points, hit bind, and select this bone, select these 3 points, hit bind, select this bone, select this point, hit bind. Oh, no, I did something wrong. Unbind these. Let me just do this over real quick. Bind, and then select this bone, this point, hit bind. Let me test that real quick. Okay, great. Nice. Moving on, select this bone, these 3 points, bind this bone, this point, bind this bone, these 3 points, bind, this bone and this point bind, and there we are finished with the binding of the bones. Alright, and you can, this bone I added at the bottom, this is just simply so you can move the character easy by dragging this bone around, left clicking and dragging it. Alright, it's easily animatable now. You can be controlled simply by manipulating these bones. And you can also control R to render preview. You get a better look at the character or the scene you're working on, and it looks good. So thank you guys for watching this tutorial. My name's Hosanna Sukra, and I would appreciate it if you like this video to please like it and hit the subscribe button. Also, if you'd want to see more or be notified as soon as the new video is out, you can just hit that notification bell icon, and that's it. Have a blessed day. See you all in the next video.